Hi, I'm Sandy Schroeck here for LBR Educates, and today we're going to take a look at creating floral tattoo accessories. Right now we have so many customers that have tattoos, and rather than try to cover them up, my suggestion is to accessorize them. So what we're actually doing is making floral art on Band-Aids. So you can start with any size fabric bandage. They come in multiple sizes, but I do the fabric so that it has something to adhere to. Or there's a new thing from Fitz called Floristic, and this is something that can be cut into different shapes, and it's from the same factory as K-tape. So when we used to make floral tattoos, we kind of did that, and so now just taking a look at creating them on different materials that will stick to skin. And so of course we know that Band-Aids stick to skin as long as they don't put lotion on in the morning. But I'm starting with U-glue. I use the U-glue strips, and I'm able to cut that into any size. And you can see here how I would apply that to the fabric bandage. And then I'm gonna come in and just rub my fingers down. That'll get a good adhesion into the material of that Band-Aid. And from that point on, then what I can do is just come in and just tap in some foliages, and so that this becomes a quick and easy project. We'll just come in. This is some Italian ruscus, and then I like the Israeli ruscus as well. So we can do a couple of those larger leaves and come in and just add those in to cover up our Band-Aids, and to kind of get them all to be a little bit smaller. What I'm doing is just laying the tips together, and then I'm gonna come in and tap these in to really cover up that fabric. And so there you can see I've got a great start, and then I'm gonna come in and add in, we created some double dendrobiums here, and so I'm gonna just bring a couple of those in together, and I add a good amount of glue in the back of that flower. When I come in, I'm gonna tap down, pick it up, and then let it drop again. And same thing with the other flower. So tap down, bust your bubble of the glue, but you can see how those two come together really well. And then I'm gonna come in and add some spray roses into that. And I did use the larger Band-Aid on here when I'm using some of the heavier flowers. And so these were created just on a little fingertip Band-Aid. And you'll see them shown on the model at the end of the video. So stay tuned for sure. But here on the larger one, I'm bringing in some spray roses. You would want to take into consideration the heaviness of it and just gravity as somebody would move. And then lastly, what I come in with is the green trick dianthus. And this hides so many little glue or any kind of mechanics very easily. And then it also supports. So you can see I can tip it up so that how my spray roses kind of fell apart. If I put this under it, it kind of becomes more of a support element, and it hides some mechanics, but just easily brings those together. And if you have any little glue sticking out or any material sticking out, you can easily just come in and add some of that green trick, and then it adds a great textural element into your corsages and boutonnieres as well. So great mechanic to cover up things, and adding that textural influence. So on here, I don't want you doing these in your hands. You saw how I did it on the table. So I'm gonna let it dry a little bit, but you can see that here's one I created a little bit earlier, and this is just done on a standard fabric bandage with the U-glue on there. So I added a strip of the U-glue through the middle and then tapped in my foliage and fillers, and then you come in and glue the flowers on top. So the flowers need to be attached with the floral adhesive, but the greens and the foliages and the fillers can be tapped into the U-glue, and that will allow you to go faster. And here you can see that I did one with some spray roses on a longer Band-Aid, and so that could be attached on to the arm with skin. Here's some of the novelty piece where you've got the mini gerb and then a little bit of hypericum. You can see the green trick dianthus is down in, and then a mini cymbidium. So one other item that works really well is the ranuncula, and this is just done on a fingertip bandage. You can see where I've used the U-glue to attach the foliages, and then came in with the ranuncula and then a little bit of green trick dianthus to support it. And this one has Italian ruscus. So you can see here how I would start with the base, and then you come in and cut the ranuncula all the way to the base there. And then because it has multiple petals and such, I actually put a pretty significant amount of glue onto the ranuncula. So I'm gonna come in and just tap it down, pick it up, and do glue to the glue on there, and then just come in and hide a little bit of that fabric bandage that's exposed right now with some of this green trick. And you can see how it supports it, adds that textural influence. So those could be trailing down somebody's arm as well. So now let's take a look at applying these to our model. And so we've just taken the 3 dendrobium pieces, and we're gonna come in, and you can see I take a look at the arm, at the sculpture that is created by the tattoo, and think about how the composite pieces would come together to kind of form a whole composition. And so we're just taking off the back of the Band-Aid and then applying it to the skin. You're gonna go in with your thumb and press that Band-Aid to the skin. Just a warning again, make sure that they don't put on lotion before. Band-Aids like to stick to skin, but not when there's lotion applied. So you wanna make sure if you're creating these for your customer that you give them that warning. I'm Sandy Schroeck, and these are our tattoo adornments. I hope you'll take these ideas and create some fabulous florals for your customers.